Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Miami. You guys did Texas a huge favor. Now the Longhorns have to do it themselves. The path to the SEC title game is clear. The path to the CFP first round bye is also clear. But Texas has to take care of business starting this week at Arkansas. Let's talk about it next. And basically, the Longhorns now control their own destiny for everything. They control their own destiny in the SEC race. They control their own destiny in the CFP. And basically, it's up to the Horns themselves to get to that first round bye in the CFP. How are they going to do that? Well, basically, if the Horns just win out, that's all they have to do. Obviously, it's easier said than done. But if they can just beat Arkansas, beat Kentucky, and beat A&M, they're in the SEC title game. You win that, boom, you get a first round bye. No questions asked. No doubt about it. That's how it happens. Now, I still think that Texas has basically secured themselves a spot in the CFP pretty much no matter what at this point, right? But you would like, because I just don't see Texas losing another. I could see them losing to A&M. I could see that being a possibility, but let's just hypothetically, if they did, that gives them 2 losses. They may or may not be in the title game at that point. Depends on how everything else shakes out. But I just don't think I don't think a 10-2 Texas team falls far enough to fall out of the top 12. So I don't want to say that they're in, but I feel like they're probably in at this point. But what they need to do is put all of that aside for this week, and they need to focus simply on Arkansas. Why is that, you ask? Not because Arkansas has a top 10 offense, not because they are 5-4. I'm asking Texas to focus on the Razorbacks because the Razorbacks hate the Longhorns. H-A-T-E. Capital letters. H-A-T-E! Exclamation point. Hate the Texas Longhorns. And I feel like this is one of those standalone games that merit setting everything else aside. This is not a week to talk about the CFP. This is not a week to talk about postseason awards, although the Horns had a lot of players getting on to semifinalist lists for national awards. This is about Texas and Arkansas, the best rivalry that was going in the Southwest Conference. For those of you who are, let's call it, if you're 50 and over, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're in your 40s, maybe it's hazy. If you're probably 40 and under, you'd have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's face it, all the players that are on the current rosters, they don't even know that this was a rivalry, right? But if you are a graybeard of a certain age, you absolutely do. Texas has got to get ready this week. I say they break out the Embrace the Hate shirts from last year that generated a lot of buzz, because let me tell you something. Woo-wee, pig suey. They're going to be calling the Razorback. They're going to be calling the Hogs. Razorbacks will be calling the Hogs like you won't believe all day long Saturday. Quinn Ewers needs to have a big day. Defense has to keep it going. But from a CFP standpoint, this is just another step in the process. We will have more about this as the week goes on. There'll be plenty of stuff about it. A2Zsports.com/Longhorns. Read up about it all week long. This is a big week. They all are at this point. It's the middle of November as Texas makes the stretch run. I'm Brian Davis. We'll catch you next time.